Biochemistry and molecular biology. Biochemistry involves the study of the chemical processes that occur in living organisms with the ultimate aim of understanding the nature of life in molecular terms. Biochemical studies rely on the availability of appropriate analytical techniques and on the application of these techniques to the advancement of knowledge. And also nature relationships between biological molecules, especially proteins and nucleic acids, and cellular function. The discipline of molecular biology overlaps with that of biochemistry and in many respects, but the aims of the two disciplines complement each other. Molecular biology is focused on the molecular understanding of the processes of replication, transcription and translation of genetic material, whereas biochemistry exploits these topics in the broader sense. As a result of the two disciplines overlapping, they become huge in depth of studies. Some common topics covered by both are added below. The structure and function of the total protein component of the cell, proteomics, and of all the small molecules in the cell, metabolomics. The mechanisms involved in the control of gene expression. The identification of genes associated with a wide range of human diseases. The development of gene therapy strategies for the treatment of human diseases. The characterization of a large number of orphan receptors. The identification of novel disease-specific markers for the improvement of clinical diagnosis. The engineering of cells, especially stem cells, to treat human diseases. Genetics. The structure of DNA came to light in the middle of the century, ushering in a period during which the mechanisms of gene replication and expression came under study. The last quarter of the century saw the introduction of methods of DNA sequence analysis, culminating in the determination of the human genome sequence just at the turn of the century. Genetics is the study of genes and inheritance in living organisms. The ability to read the source code of life has led to a revolution in the way we think about and classify organisms. Structure and function of genes. The basic unit of genetic function is the gene, the chemical basis for which is the DNA molecule. DNA consists of a pair of strands of a sugar phosphate backbone attached to a set of pyrimidine and purine bases. The strands are held together by hydrogen bonds between adenine and thymine bases and between guanine and cytosine bases. Together, these strands form a double helix. The strands separate during DNA replication, and the base sequence of the newly synthesized strand is dictated by the complementarity of adenine with thymine and guanine with cytosine. DNA, therefore, contains within its structure the information necessary for its replication. Bioinformatics. A biological organism is a naturally occurring self-reproducing device that affects controlled manipulations of matter, energy, and information. Bioinformatics is a subdiscipline of biology and computer science concerned with the acquisition, storage, analysis, and dissemination of biological data, most often DNA and amino acid sequences. Bioinformatics uses computer programs for a variety of applications, including determining gene and protein functions, establishing evolutionary relationships, and predicting the three-dimensional shapes of proteins.